Mental health is, it's something that affects a lot of people close to me. And it's something that's sort of hard to understand until you go through it yourself. A little over a year ago, I broke my neck, and I've always been a resilient guy. Stress just bounces off me. But after a few months, it was like, what's going on? I started getting these migraines, and I started having vision loss, and went back to the physiotherapist, and she's like, it's stress. You have anxiety. And so I had to start doing things like just taking the time, more sleep, and talking to people about it, and being open and transparent and vulnerable.
I remember Dallas heard about our organization, and he shared his story openly with me. And I remember a conversation we had where I kind of wanted to support him sharing that message within his company, and he actually decided to do that. And once he did that, it kind of opened up this comfortable dialogue with their regional sessions and their internal meetings that he said was very supportive of each other and kind of created this conversation in a safe environment. And he told me that it made a really big difference within his business, and I think that's really cool. And I think that kind of mentality, if you take it to other members in the industry and in our community, I think it could really help others and help elevate the conversation as a whole in our community.
Typically, the construction industry is that tough guy mentality, and these guys rely on me. And I come to them and I say, guys, I need your help. But by going to them, being vulnerable, the difference it made in our team, and all of a sudden you get guys talking about their struggles and their weaknesses, and all of us, and you change up the topic a little bit and invite mental health and just a different type of communication. And it's unbelievable how that has helped me, and how I feel like this team, these guys, they're not just colleagues, they don't just work for Alair Homes. This is family now, and you can't even put it to words.
Well, mental illness is something that it's hard to talk about. You have to be very vulnerable and dig into your emotions and your feelings. And traditionally in the construction industry, that's not something that the people would be very comfortable with. So we think that in order to make a really big impact, we need to find leaders in industries like the construction industry to really elevate the conversation and inspire people to be okay with being vulnerable and being okay with talking about it. And we think that's going to make a really big impact.
A Regina custom home builder has constructed a safe environment for employees to share their internal struggles.
As Joey Slattery reports, they're now challenging others in our industry to do the same.
Mental health is a subject rarely discussed on a construction site. Dallas Wilness says it wasn't something that came up during his time in the industry until anxiety and depression hit him while recovering from a neck injury caused by a snowmobiling accident 2 years ago.
I had exercises and physiotherapy and stretches, and then one day I was stressed out about something and I lost my vision, followed by a major migraine. I've never had a migraine in my life. You have to have thick skin.
After his diagnosis, Wilness noticed a lack of support within the construction industry when it comes to dealing with mental health, calling it an unsupportive culture. So with help from local mental health advocacy group Understand Us, the Challenge the Industry movement was launched.
We want people within the construction industry to start a movement of leaders within every business to start talking about mental health and kind of show that this industry doesn't have to be the tough mentality, and that it can be vulnerable, and we can talk about our emotions. And I think that's super important.
With breaking down that stigma of the industry, of the tough guy, and what goes along with construction, and we can get it out to our sub-trades, to our market partners, and if it can help a few people, great.
Officially launching on Thursday, the campaign will provide access to information for local construction offices and encourage industry professionals to use stickers with the movement's slogan in order to raise awareness. It runs throughout 2019, and the hope is the conversation will continue well beyond the calendar year. Joey Slattery, CTV News, Regina.
It takes leadership to change the way we perceive something like mental illness. We know that 1 in 4 people are going to deal with mental illness in their lifetime, and I don't want to give you a bunch of facts and statistics, but a lot of people that are close to us, that we work with, that we run into, are dealing with a mental illness, and it's going to take understanding and leadership from everyone in this room to improve the life of those individuals.
And so when we started working with Alair, they were very passionate about changing this specific conversation. I found that to be super powerful because of this idea that in the construction industry, we have to suck it up, or that we have to be strong, or that vulnerability is a weakness. And I thought, wow, this is a super big opportunity for us to make a large impact and change that stigma and that idea. I'm super thankful that Alair is committed to this idea because in such a welcoming, small community of great people, I think we can make a huge impact. I think we have some good ideas that are gonna happen this year. We're gonna start asking some of our relationships and our trades to start opening up with their staff, to start maybe being in a video talking about their journey. And we're gonna start creating this group of leaders in this industry throughout 2019 to really change the way we perceive it and the way it affects people.
We want to change the stigma of the industry. It doesn't need to be thick skin, you know. We're here as a team, and we're just excited to look at it in a different way and change the stigma of the industry. So I hope we can do that together as a group. Happy for 2019. Thank you.